What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Saturday, so that means it has to be your SmackDown review with me, Dead on Dave, and my tag team partner, the man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only, the legendary. I'm using every superlative I possibly can because it's simply not enough for the ab-tastic Jeff Huffman. What's going on, my friend?
Well, I'm good. The Blues are making me pretty angry. Makes me want to have Roman Reigns Superman punch me in the mouth. But
Hockey rage! Yeah, I feel you.
You know, the 5 of the last 6. But
hey, I
whatever.
feel you, man. The Blackhawks got fucked out of a win at the Winter Classic, so that's not fair. The refs made a bad call, but
that was really weak. That was
one of the worst boarding
call.
penalties I've ever seen in my life. But
I thought they called him for slashing.
I thought it was a boarding call. Oh no, it was slashing. It was slashing.
No, boarding is the penalty boarding would always be my one penalty I would get a year because I would just straight plaster somebody into the boards, and it looks a lot more violent than it
wasn't much. But the Hawks still should have capitalized on the 5-on-3 they had, and they didn't. And so that's on them. That's on them.
You can't score on a 5-on-3, you got some issues.
If you can't score when you have a team like the Hawks do, then you have issues.
Who scored on a 5-on-3 last night?
But fucking Holtby, man, got to give him credit. He's been playing pretty damn well. The fucking Caps have been playing well, period. But this is not a hockey show.
Yeah, we can talk about that tomorrow.
We talk about that tomorrow. Absolutely. Or, you can just always come on here anytime. We can just bullshit, kick it, monetize this style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into SmackDown, the reason why we're all here. I really enjoyed SmackDown. I want to start with that. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. This week has been a good week for wrestling.
Raw was very good.
Raw was great. NXT was fantastic.
See that.
Main event was pretty damn solid with Sasha Banks and Charlotte. And then SmackDown kind of just ended the week on a real positive note.
It was a nice little end.
Yeah. It wasn't spectacular or anything like that, but it was solid. It was just a well-booked show. There was a lot of good wrestling on it, and they did some interesting things that I really enjoyed. So, as always, let's start at the beginning, shall we? Edge and Christian come out, and they talk about, first...
Wearing a Cesaro shirt.
Yeah, wearing a Cesaro shirt, which is pretty cool. First, the announcers were talking about the multi-million-dollar lawsuit that Edge and Christian are posing against the company because of breach of contract or whatever, since the Authority being back could prevent them from hosting SmackDown or some shit. I don't know. Very strange. What did you think of that? That was kind of weird.
Yeah, a little weird. Don't know how that worked. Authority's back, but the Edge and Christian can still control.
Well, they addressed that with having J&J come out and read their little note and stuff.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They did.
But we got more Edge and Christian antics throughout. I mean, it was cool. Is it me or Edge and Christian can be funny, but I just want to see them fuck somebody up. I want to see him hit a concerto. I want to see him do something. As much as
that would be great, and they might be able to pull that off because Edge really can't do anything, and Christian's head is made of glass.
Yeah,
they could, they could pull something like that off.
I just feel that they lose their effectiveness. Well, they'll never hit a concerto now. They don't do headshots anymore. But
yeah, that's true.
But the thing is, it's just Edge and Christian. I feel their in-ring talking, the talking that they do, is only so much. It only does so much for them. You're not going to get.
You're not going to get anything else.
Yeah,
from them.
They're not a Roddy Piper. They're not. They've never been elite talkers. Either one of them. Good talkers.
No, they're good.
Funny.
They're very good together.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's the same thing over and over. It's a lot of rehashing, which it's okay. But I want to see more. I really, really, really like Edge. I've been a big Edge fan for a very long time, and I'd like to see more. But it is what it is. That's just me whining, really. So after the Stooges hit the ring with a fucking stupid folder from the Authority, Ryback and Big Show and Rusev and Reigns are both announced for later on tonight. Two pretty big matches. I thought pretty cool little thing. The opening segment was not bad. It didn't go too long. I felt that was a good thing.
Oh, it was probably about the perfect length.
Yeah.
I think.
First match on the card: Bray Wyatt takes on Eric Rowan, and Joe Cronin loves to crucify Eric Rowan. I don't see all the wrestling deficiency that he sees. Am I blind, Jeff? Is it something wrong with me, or is Rowan not that bad?
No, he's not bad. Like you said, he's not a top of the line guy.
No,
he can be your future. He can basically be your future Kane.
Yeah,
basically.
He's a big guy. Yeah, exactly, and that's not a bad thing. Having Kane's career is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, Kane's going to the Hall of Fame. Let's be frank about this. He's going to the Hall of Fame. There's no question about that. So having Kane's career is not a bad thing. I thought the match was really cool with Bray Wyatt playing the mind games and Eric Rowan not succumbing and laying down. I thought that was a really cool thing.
Yeah, but then at the end of the match.
Yeah.
The end of the match. Yeah.
Showed some compassion and then fucking Wyatt got his ass. I gotta say, after the match, the promo. Finally, I gave a shit.
Yeah, I did too.
Fuck.
Both between Wyatt and Ambrose.
Yes, later on, same thing with Ambrose. Yes, finally. I mean, you think that's because we know the rivalry is probably ending on Monday with this ambulance match? Or is it just taking this long for the feud to really matter? Why do you think it's only starting to matter now? Because I really felt both of their promos really hit home.
See, I don't know. I don't think WWE really knew how they wanted to go with it, or where they wanted to go with it.
Yeah.
I think they were just like, we'll have an ambulance match and go talk about something.
Right. It seems like they were like, hey, we got two big guys, two guys that are really hot right now. We'll put them in a program together, and they'll
trying to stretch you out until WrestleMania after the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and they'll just give each other the rub, and everything will be fine, and we don't have to think about it too much because they're two hot guys. So obviously, they're just going to give each other the rub. That hasn't really happened up until I feel now. Now it's getting interesting for some reason. I can't even explain why, but I feel they both delivered their best promos of the entire series right now on last night's SmackDown. And they both made statements during their matches. I think that helped too. So.
Well, Ambrose didn't really have a match.
No, he didn't. He just
jumped Curtis Axel.
Poor Curtis Axel.
Yeah, he just comes back, and then they're like, you can go job
let's go
Dean
bury
Ambrose.
it, Ambrose. Yeah. So, all right, next up, Ryback and Big Show. I was surprised by how good the match was. I thought it was really solid. I thought Big Show moved really well, which is not always a given for him. The thing about these two guys is they both garner so much hatred. Like, a lot of people hate these two guys because they're just anti-big guy
I think that was until Ryback delivered that promo on Monday.
Yeah. I think that
he brought in a lot of people. I think he got a lot of people on his side with that.
Yeah. I agree. But Big Show still garners a lot of hate because he sucks most of the time.
But yeah, he's been around for 35 years.
Yeah, he's been around forever. Well, when did he come into the business? 94, 95, something like that?
WWE was...
No, WCW. He started WCW.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, somewhere around there. And he's turned heel and face 29 times.
At least. My God.
No, it's like 29 or 30. I looked it up. That was when I think it was you and Cronin were going back and forth, and someone said, "Oh yeah,
somebody tried to say it was 13." I was like, I know that's not right.
Yeah, so then I looked it up. It was 29 or something like that.
It's just most of the time, Big Show doesn't move well. He's not convincing. His stupid punch doesn't do anything for me. But I don't know. I felt I like the psychology of the match. I like that he went after the scar on Ryback's knee that he made purple.
Yeah, and then they brought that up on
the commentary reacted to it well. I thought that was really cool. I just felt that Big Show looked pretty damn decent. And Ryback, he's not botching anymore. When are people going to give this guy a break? He's not botching.
Yeah, it's strange what happens when you work at it.
I know, right? It's amazing when you harness
amazing what practice can do.
Right, I know, it's crazy. But it was a good match, and then, of course, they have the ending of the match. The Russian flag comes down, and out comes Rusev and his little sex pot Lana. By the way, I started looking at her nude photos and I like lost a day. Like I don't know what happened. I was looking at them and then I looked at my fucking watch and it was like 12 hours later. And there's only like 15 photos.
Oh my god!
I'm telling you, I got lost in a fucking Lana pussy trap, a pussy vortex, wow. Jeff. The Lana pussy vortex trapped me for like a 12-hour period. I don't know how my kid got dressed. I don't know how anything happened. I don't know how my wife went to work. I don't know what the hell happened. It scares me that she has that type of power. That's a dangerous woman. Ugh. That vagina could fucking end wars. Oh, my God. So they come out.
Oh, wait. She's from. She's technically. Well, she's technically American, but her character's Russian. So wouldn't it start wars since she's Russian?
Yeah, but eventually, how long can she actually be Lana? I think eventually.
Yeah, it's gonna
wear thin. It's gonna wear thin. Look, it's not like they can't change a gimmick for a diva. Who's that? Lillian? No, not Lillian. Jillian Hall. Remember, had that big fucking grotesque thing on her face until Boogeyman bit it off. And they could change shit. I mean, she could drop her accent. Kofi Kingston had a Jamaican accent for a while.
Kofi, they brought it up. What pay-per-view was it? Bragging rights, when DX was having that bragging rights match, and then the Triple H is like, "Hold on, aren't you supposed to be Jamaican?" I thought that was really good.
That was funny. That was a good one. But I think the same thing can happen with her, and she's never going to be in the ring, but I like what she does. I like the female manager role, and she does it well, and I hope she's around for a while. I do hope they let her kind of get a little wilder at some point. Remember, when Stacy Keibler first came in WCW, you were just a little bebe at this point, but she came in as a real prim and proper type chick. I mean, it actually started as a Nitro girl. People forget that, but her on-screen real character, she was Miss Hancock, and she wore these suits, these skirt suits, just like Lana. And then eventually, over time, she became more raunchy. I don't think Lana's going to go raunchy on screen, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a much different time, too. Everybody's so sensitive about everything.
I'm a little surprised they even brought her in with her past, with all the nude photos that are out there of her. There are other divas that have nude photos of them out there, but usually it's released with Playboy while they're still in the WWE, so the WWE can profit off of it.
Right.
I find that a little weird, but I think that's just how high they are on Lana, and for a good reason. She's done a lot for Rusev. So, yeah, they came out and distracted Ryback. Big Show hits him with a really good-looking KO punch for a change. I thought it looked solid, and he gets counted out. Then Ryback comes back in. Show leaves. Rusev comes in to put on the accolade, and Ryback wakes up, and the big guy's hungry. And he clotheslines him right out of the fucking ring. This rivalry is starting to matter to me.
Yeah, and they actually, I liked how they brought up, Rusev not being frustrated because it's been the U.S. versus Russia thing, and then Ryback said, was it Monday?
Yeah.
I believe it was Monday. He said, this isn't a USA-Russia thing. It kind of brings a little different aspect
I
to the
agree.
feud.
It's a big guy beating up a big guy thing, and I like that. That was cool. I'm liking everything about Ryback right now, and maybe it's not a guarantee that Rusev is going to come out of this feud with a win. He might get his first loss against Ryback, because it really seems like they're high on Ryback right now, just as much as they are on Rusev. So it's kind of one of those, maybe this is what they wanted out of Ambrose and Wyatt, but because Wyatt has so little credibility as of late with the losses that he's taken, it just didn't work. And same thing with Ambrose, because Ambrose is coming off of a bunch of losses too. So maybe that's what they were trying to do, but failed there. But maybe it's working here with Ryback and Rusev. What do you think of that?
I think it is, because if Rusev loses to Ryback, I don't think he would be hurt as much as if Rusev would lose to Cena.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I don't know the point of having Rusev go undefeated to WrestleMania just to be fed to Cena. That's been in the cards. I don't know if that's still going to happen, or even fed to Reigns if that's a possibility. I don't know if either of those would matter that much because he is undefeated, sure, but he has lost. He just hasn't been pinned or submitted. It's not a true undefeated streak.
He's gotten counted out, DQ'd, got counted out at Survivor Series, which
he eliminated himself when he took a face dive through a table.
Yeah, everybody went nuts when that happened.
That was great. That was great. I loved it. Moving on a little bit to the next match, which was honestly, I don't know why, but I was unbelievably entertained during this match. Tyson Kidd and Cesaro comes out and takes on Los Matadores.
That thief Tyson Kidd,
The thief, fact. I love it. Love it. Cronin's going to lose his shit on him. I love it.
I can see like every time Tyson Kidd says that word, Cronin just his face.
Cronin just flinching.
He could be out of the room, just barely listening to it. He'll be in the kitchen or something, and he just hears that word, and he just
Cronin smash. Yeah, it's crazy. But I like the team, and yes, Los Matadores are nothing, but they're solid. They're solid workers, and they make other people look good. I like this pairing of Cesaro and Kidd.
I like that swing with the drop kick.
Oh, it's sick, isn't it? It's a good move, but I love their finisher. I love
that was really cool too.
Yeah, the blockbuster off the top rope. I really liked it. It kind of harkens back to old school tag team finishers, and I thought it was really cool. And the fans, if you notice, the crowd was popping for them a little bit. It seems like they're getting a following. This might be more than what I thought it was. It seemed like they were just two guys that creative had nothing for it, so they put them together. But I think it's working.
The only thing I can say that isn't working for that team, why'd you have to use Cesaro's music for both of them?
Yeah, they gotta figure that out. They gotta figure out what they're gonna do. I think the more popular they get, the more the fans get behind them. They'll get a name, even though it's supposed to be like Masters of the WWE Universe or some shit.
Masters of the Universe,
something like that. And if that's gonna happen, we're gonna see that happen, and then we're gonna see a theme song for him and all that. And that'd be great. What did you think of Natalya? She's not a girly girl, and it was kind of weird her dressing all hoey.
Yeah, that's a little. I don't know what to think of that.
It was weird. And did you notice when she smiled, she had fucking lipstick all over her teeth, like she didn't know what to do. She was like, "I
didn't see.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Go back and watch. You'll see it clear as day. Lipstick all over the teeth. Like she's just like, shit. What do I do? Oh my god." And it's funny. She's not a girly girl. She's a heart. Well, I mean, technically, technically, no, she's not a heart, but she's a heart by proxy. We'll call her. She's got no actual. Does she have any heart blood in her? Jimmy Anvil Neidhart, I believe he married one of Bret Hart's sisters. I believe. So she does have heart blood in her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah. She's a heart, goddammit. Ooh, that's weird. No, Tyson Kidd is not a heart. He's just the last the last guy to train out of the heart dungeon. I was about to say, oh, wait a second. I mean, they're kissing cousins? But no, it's not. But it's okay. We're all cousins if you believe the Bible. We're all related. It's all one incestuous cesspool. That's right. But yeah, I like the pairing. I feel it's bringing a little bit more depth to the tag team division at the very least. So
because they're lacking some tag teams right now.
There was a lot of tag team matches, a few tag team matches on the card, and maybe really only two, or three. But it was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. We talked about Dean Ambrose. He comes out next, faces Curtis Axel. Match never gets started.
Just mugs him.
Just mugs him and cuts his promo, which I thought was just as good as Wyatt's. Ambrose has a really good way of describing pain he's going to put on people. And he said he was going to run over his head.
Run over his head, break his fingers, and then run over him again, smash his head through the windshield.
Yeah, he's very descriptive. He took a lot of alliteration classes in school, you could tell.
Yeah.
I still like Dean Ambrose. And I'm actually looking forward to this match on Monday, the ambulance match. What do you think? You excited about this
I'm
matchup?
not big on ambulance matches, but the promos they gave, it made me care a little
It's the
bit.
first one ever on Raw. I mean, that's something. It's something they can hang their hat on, I guess. First ever,
Yeah,
maybe only ever. Maybe they'll never do it again. But
because the ambulance match sucks.
yeah, it's not. It's just. It's not a. It seems like it would be a good idea because essentially it's just a rolling casket. So
Basically,
yeah,
yeah.
it seems like it's a good idea, but it just never works the way it never hits the way that you think it would, and I don't know why. Maybe these two are going to change that. Who knows? Are you trying to blow yourself? What are you doing?
No. My neck's a little stiff. I'm just trying to.
Oh, well, if you do try to blow yourself, you make sure you film that shit because we can get rich, player. We could get rich. All right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not. Have all my ribs, so I'm not able to do that.
It's not gay if you suck your own dick, right? I mean, that's the rule. That's the rule.
Well, it's a little weird. I
It means you're open to gay suggestion, possibly. I don't know. Something happened here in the middle of all of the other matches that I found was very interesting. It might have actually been right before the next match. The Ascension does a promo, and I talked about this in a video I did earlier, in where they completely acknowledge the promo goes just like this. First there was the Legion of Doom. Then there was Demolition. Now there's Ascension. And for weeks, everybody's been making a big deal about how they're LOD and Demolition ripoffs. I like that they acknowledged it and said, this is exactly who we are. We're not making any bones about it. This might be exactly what the WWE needs. They might need a couple of guys that just come in and kick ass and wear cool gear. What'd you think of that?
No, I like it. I like it, plain and simple.
Yeah, real simple, actually. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I mean, there's really no other way to go with it.
No, it's very cool. I like these guys. I love them in NXT.
I do too. I like how they come out like all nuts and stuff.
Yeah, I enjoy it, and I like the matches they put on. It was supposed to just be a squash match against two local guys. One of which, by the way, is one of the guys that were in there was a cousin of the Usos and Roman Reigns, which I didn't know at the time. I found out later, and when I was watching, I go,
You're talking about the dude in the pink.
The guy who looks Samoan. There was a white guy, a really white guy, and a Samoan
basically,
guy.
yeah.
And I was watching. I go, I bet he's related to the Usos. And then later I found out he was, which I thought was funny. It was a good little match, squash match. They did more in this match than they did against the Miz and Mizdow in their debut. I found that interesting. That Fallen Man is fucking disgusting. That Fallen Man finisher is absolutely disgusting.
That looks.
It's a cool maneuver.
Very, very beautiful. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear a report of somebody breaking their back.
Yeah. And you know what? For Connor, the big guy, you would think he would be the one delivering the clothesline, but he's the one who delivers the leg sweep.
Yeah, that's a little backwards.
But it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. It's kind of a neat little thing, and he does it well. That's a full-on timing maneuver. It's like the 3D,
and think if they can, say they're in a triple threat tornado tag match, and then they hit that out of nowhere.
Yeah. I could see that maneuver, and the way they set it up too, where they hold the ropes and they're kind of gearing themselves up for it. I could see the crowds really starting to pop for that. Just like the setup for like the Dudley Death Drop, the 3D, everyone popping for that because they knew it was coming. I could see that kind of becoming the same type of deal. I like the Fallen Man. I think it's a really cool move. I like the Ascension. I think they're going to be, I think they can be a really good tag team if they get the tag team division going. You got to get the tag team division going. So,
I mean, you got them. You got the Usos. Miz and Mizdow are probably pretty much done.
Probably done.
You would think Gold and Stardust are going to be splitting up for their match at WrestleMania, which we'll get to the 6-man tag in a minute.
And that's next.
Some little thing I liked.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's get right into that one. The Usos and R-Truth taking on Gold, Stardust, and
See R-Truth on TV.
Yeah.
I still want to see him talking to an imaginary midget.
I know, right? I want to see him talking to Jimmy.
Fun size person. Sorry.
Yeah, fun size, that's right. That's going to start trending. Little Jimmy. Yeah, we need Little Jimmy.
Little Jimmy. Spiders.
Yeah, spiders. If I get up there and there's spiders, grit's going to hit the fan. Yeah, I love Crazy Truth. Crazy Truth is the best truth. But those three take on Gold, Stardust, and Adam Rose. Few things about this match. It wasn't a bad six-man. It wasn't a good six-man. It was more interesting what happened after because now it seems like not only is Adam... Yeah.
Rosebud's jumping in and just getting...
The whole faction's evil. Mutilated. They're all evil now. What the fuck is going on?
I thought he was just going to go on by himself. But I guess that, those guys are going to be jumping in.
What do you think of that, man? I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, "Oh my god!"
I didn't expect it, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time before the stupid bunny comes back, though, and we'll probably get Adam Rose against the bunny at the Royal Rumble or on the pre-show. Yeah, that would not surprise me at all.
Yeah.
As long as the bunny turns out to be somebody of consequence, then I don't mind it, but. It can't just be nobody unless that's how they're going to build a new character. So
unless it's Justin Gabriel.
Yeah, Justin Gabriel. It was me, Adam. It was me all along in an Australian accent.
Weren't you in the Nexus a couple years ago? Right. You were cool then.
So was Bray Wyatt, though. So was Ryback.
Yeah, or Husky Harris.
Husky Harris and Skip Sheffield.
Skip Sheffield, Michael
McGillicuddy, that's right. David Otunga, the Invisible Man.
Yeah, they still have him on the roster. What's his deal? He's still on the
roster. I have no idea. Is he hurt? Maybe he's trying to fucking...
Did he get kidnapped, or...
I don't know. I know he's Mr. Jennifer Hudson. I know that.
Right.
Maybe he's trying to... Maybe he's, trying to convince her to put her weight back on. I don't know. It's weird. It's a very strange thing. And Daniel Bryan and Bad News Barrett and a couple.
I love Barrett.
Who doesn't love Barrett? I'm kind of worried about him after Raw though, because he looks very skinny.
He made his return at Survivor Series. Once his music came on, the place exploded.
Yeah.
He is great.
He is great. And the crowd seems to really like him. It's another one of those cases of WWE giving somebody a really weird gimmick that doesn't seem like it's going to work, and the crowd just responds to it. Yeah.
It works awesome.
Yeah, it's just really
Barrett's Stardust. I love Stardust.
Yeah. Mizdow. I mean,
Mizdow.
They're just like, fuck it, we're going to go with it, and that's what's happening. Backstage segment on with Edge and Christian drawn on pictures of Stephanie and Triple H.
Just after the one where Noble walks into the girls' bathroom.
Yeah. I didn't talk about all the backstage stuff. It was just hilarity.
I like that one. That one was.
It was funny. It was funny. I like hearing Jamie Noble talk.
I didn't laugh out loud. I mean,
no.
I chuckled a bit. I thought it was decent.
I like hearing Noble talk. Where's Christian?
What did Christian say to Noble when they were in the office?
Oh God!
Did he say something in French or something?
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't pick up on it, and people started laughing. I'm like, I have no clue what you just said.
I know they called him some names, but I have no idea. I got a little bit of sniffles. Right. So main event time: Roman Reigns and Rusev. This match was really good. Plain and simple.
Rusev throwing more than kicks, although he did end up hitting a kick.
Yeah. Rusev doing more stuff.
And it kind of seems like with Rusev's, sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead, please. Kick, Jeff, talk all you want, man.
Oh, he's like stomping on the ground, kind of like a little HBK.
Yeah.
Surprised I didn't hear anybody start counting when he was doing that. I picked up on that right away.
Yeah, it is a little bit of an homage, maybe. I don't know. I got to give Reigns some credit, man. The guy takes a lot of shit for his shortcomings. But
Well, rightfully so on
yeah,
the mic, but
yeah. Well, it's because all of us fucking fans who think we know better than the WWE, and sometimes we do. I mean, sometimes we don't.
I mean, there's some things that are blatantly obvious.
Yeah, we want to say there's no way that Reigns should be in the main event. There's no way Reigns should win the Royal Rumble. Maybe we're wrong because Reigns seems to have it here, man. Whatever happens,
especially in the ring.
Yeah.
Especially.
Keep him away from the microphone. Motherfucker doesn't need to talk. That'll come with time.
Yeah, you can build that over time.
Absolutely. Maybe he was
short,
never
keep
hurt.
It short, sweet, extend it a little bit, maybe.
Maybe he never got injured. Maybe there was no hernia. Maybe he was just training with somebody. Who the fuck knows? Because he looks different. They're like, okay, we know what we're going to get out of you, but here's what you're going to do. You're going to perfect those things and make them very, very convincing. And he's done that. He moved.
Superman punch looks great.
Superman punch is looking great. I still hate the stupid fist cock setup. I hate that. But that's just quibbling. That's just me being a little fucking smart.
I can deal with it.
I can deal with it. Everything else I'm enjoying from him. I like the way he moves. I like the way he dictates pace in the ring. He seems to know. He sells well. He's got good facial expressions. Mm-hmm. He's not John Cena, especially like he was 6 years ago when he was no-sell John Cena having to get yelled at in the ring by fucking Shawn Michaels.
Still got to watch that. Still got to watch
it's
that.
Great. It's funny. It's funny. I think it was more like eight years ago, but still. But, Reigns might be a main eventer sooner than we thought. I mean, hell, he already has the popularity, but to be the man, maybe still not WrestleMania, but maybe it won't be such a fucking horrific crime if they do put the strap on him at Mania. What do you think about Reigns right now?
No, I like what he's doing right now. That match with Rusev I thought was really good. Really good.
Yeah, it was a solid.
I thought it was really solid. I kind of liked I did like the the back and forth, the shoving, coming back, punching each other, and then Reigns just comes off the ropes and Superman punches him. I thought that was good. I like that little sequence there.
We got a longer match out of Reigns, which is I think something that's
good to see with a guy like Rusev.
That's a very positive sign because everybody's like, oh, they're protecting Reigns, putting him in tag team matches or short squashes. Well, here you go. You got a lengthier match. I believe it was like a good 10, 12-minute match. Yeah. There you go. And it was with a guy who is solid, but, I mean, Rusev is no Daniel Bryan. Rusev is good, but he's not somebody who's going to make everybody look better, especially a guy who that everybody thinks has deficiencies in his game like Reigns. If anything, Reigns should have been exposed even more in this match. He wasn't, though. He just wasn't. It was a good match. And I got to give full credit to Roman Reigns there. And give credit to Rusev as well. But it was a good, solid match. Lana didn't get naked, but I mean, I'm just hoping for stuff. What do you want? What do you want? I'm a red-blooded American. I can't help it. Can't help it at all. So, yeah, what's the rating that you will give this week's SmackDown overall?
I'll say I would have given Raw this past Monday probably about 7.5.
Yeah, that's where I was on it.
I'll go 6.5 on SmackDown.
Yeah, I think 6.5, 7. That's where I'm at too. Maybe 6. I'll put it in a range between 6 and 7 because I'm not exactly sure where, but somewhere in that range. Somewhere in that range. I'm gonna opt out a little bit and have a little bit of a cop out, but oh well. A little bit of TNA news real quick. Since we're wrapping up a little bit, but we'll talk about a few more things. Some TNA superstars have been moved to their alumni page, and a couple notable names are on this list. Number one on the list is Bully Ray and Devon, the Dudleys. They have been moved officially to the alumni page.
They are gone.
They are gone. I know they're in New Japan. They could end up back in WWE at some point, if maybe not as a tag team to actually of consequence, but certainly to give a 3D to somebody every now and then. What do you think of the potential of Team 3D possibly coming back to WWE at some point?
I like it. I always watching. I got the ladder matches over there. Those just watching the 3Ds and those ladder matches are just incredible.
Sick.
And how nuts the people went
Yeah.
back then.
I don't know if you caught the video I did yesterday, the top 5 greatest tag teams of all time.
No, I didn't check that out yet. I saw that. Haven't had time to check it.
Spoiler alert, number 1 is the fucking Dudleys. And I'm not a Dudley fan. But I can respect somebody and understand where their place in history is and not like them. That's completely okay. When you look at the overall body of work that the Dudleys have done in their career, I mean, like 30 some odd title reigns. They've won every single.
They've won everything, everywhere.
Everything, everywhere.
Even even the 2 times I turn on TNA, I can see that
yes,
they're winning.
Yep, and they're the only tag team to win all the major titles from all of the major promotions in their lifetime. I mean, LOD did it too, but they won all of the major titles that were there during their lifespan. But Dudleys have trumped them as far as overall title reigns and everything. And I think maybe the most important, they have stood the test of time, and they're definitely the most popular tag team to ever be on television. I mean, people pop for the Dudleys like nobody else. And let's just face it, they've been everywhere. They survived a very turbulent time in ECW, came out the stronger for it, had multiple runs in the WWE, and they just keep going. They reinvent themselves. They find more ways to be successful as individuals and then come back as a tag team. It's very impressive. Very impressive. Are you high on the Dudleys, or am I off on putting them as the greatest tag team of all
just
time?
from what I've seen from the Dudleys, because, like I've said, I'm a late bloomer wrestling fan, but,
You're
just going
you're
back.
20, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I started watching in '08.
Yeah.
I started watching in '08. But, just seeing what they could do in those ladder match DVDs over there, just how crazy people were when they came out and, like, what they were doing in the ring.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, other names that are on the list of the Move to the Alumni is Shark Boy, a TNA fan favorite. Rampage Jackson, obviously, since he's basically said, I don't have a contract with Bellator, and I'm re-signing with UFC. Brittany and Rob Terry. Nobody else of huge consequence, but a couple names there that some TNA folks will be
Well, you got Shark Boy there. What about Lava Girl?
Lava Girl. Nice Robert Rodriguez reference. I like that. There is some wondering back in the company now that TNA has signed with Destination America and they are spending money again. Will they re-sign Bully Ray? I don't see it happening because I think at this point the Dudleys kind of want to be together wherever they are.
No, and I'll tell you why they won't re-sign him. Because they suck. And simple.
There you go. There you go. I like that. Yep, and that could be very, very true. Also, happy birthday to Jim Ross over the last couple of days. He turned 63 years old. He's only 63?
Yeah.
Jeez, that sounds weird. Doesn't it seem weird? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. A lot of we'll finish on this note. A lot of talk has been made lately about Paige and her being on WWE Divas this season. There's been a lot of talk about it. She has gotten a lot of publicity about it. Where are you on Paige? Because first off, we know what kind of a big AJ guy you are, and Paige is kind of that natural replacement for AJ. Mm-hmm. Does Paige do it for you like AJ did? And do you think Paige still has a future in the wrestling business now that she's gone to the reality side with Total Divas?
I think she's still got a chance in the wrestling business. I don't think she'll be on Total Divas very long.
Yeah.
Once they realize that.
Yeah. Well, we got to keep in mind she's also like 21. She's still a kid. She's your age. Maybe you got a shot.
Yeah.
Show your abs.
She's 2 years older than me.
Yeah, show your abs, dude. You'll win her over.
That'll be good.
She's so hot. There's something about her. There's just I love the dark hair. I'm a dark hair guy. I like darker hair, redheads, dark hair girls. Blondes are fine. Don't get me wrong.
She pulls off the ghost look.
Yeah, she does.
I'm not entirely sure if that's all her. I think they may have just, they might roll her in baby powder or something.
Yeah, baby powder. They roll her in something and everyone snorts it off of her in the back.
Or cocaine,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what I'm saying. If it were the 80s, that's exactly what it would be. And she just lay there while everyone fucking does bumps off of her after the fucking show. It's the Page fucking Coke buffet. Yeah! Fucking there's Hawk. Oh, what a rush. I'm telling you.
That actually sounded really good.
I know, I could do
good.
Hawk okay. But yeah, it's interesting. I like Paige. I hope that she comes off well on Divas. I'm not going to lie. I have watched Total Divas.
I do too.
They're sexy as hell. And I like the drama. I'm not above it. I like it. But I'm a fan.
It gives me something to watch on Sundays.
Yeah, and I like that the guys are somewhat involved at times too. I like seeing John Cena's house, whether or not that was his real house, I don't fucking know. But I like seeing stuff like that. It's just kind of fun for me. I don't know why.
Seeing Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan in his cabin. John Cena in his mansion and Daniel Bryan in a cabin.
And then we go to Daniel Bryan in his little log cabin.
That would be a fun episode of Cribs, wouldn't it? Coming to the cabin, guys. You like this fireplace? Yes! You like my cactus? Yes! Oh, my God. This is where I chop wood. Yes! I don't know. So, yeah, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this thing up? Any other wrestling news, sports news, whatever. It's free time. Let's get crazy.
Other than the Blues making me want to, dive out of my window.
Sodomize yourself with a hockey stick?
Yeah. You took a line from my one of my videos, I believe. I remember saying that.
I watch you, baby. You're my boy. Come on. I was wondering if you were going to catch that. Very, very good.
Oh, no, I caught it. I remember some few lines I said in those videos.
Of course I caught it, fat ass. I said it. No one will actually know how much Jeff probably really hates me in real life. I'm sure he's just like,
no, I love
fucking you. Fat guy. Oh!
No, I love you.
I know. You know I love you too. You're my boy.
I got 2 more games recorded of my team sucking. So
speaking of all of that, why don't you go ahead and talk about your wonderful video game channel?
Yeah, obviously, just said got a YouTube channel myself. Just go to YouTube, search Grand Slam 87, play all kinds of games like Call of Duty, NHL. MLB. I haven't played Battlefield much lately, but I play that as well. And also playing WWE. So if you want to also add me on PlayStation 4, my PlayStation ID is also at GrandSlam87, and that is also my Twitter. So if you want to hit me up on Twitter, that is also GrandSlam87. And also if you're looking to get yourself in better shape, don't hesitate to hit me up. I can definitely help you out with that. Just
show them what they're looking to gain, Jeff. Show them exactly what they're looking for.
Well, you can also to see what the stuff is done for what it's done for me. Go check out Tommy C's Shop from the Point. I'll be joining him tomorrow on Shop from the Point at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And I said Shop from the Point twice.
It's okay. You say it again. Okay. Shop from the Point.
Shop from the Point, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow.
That's right.
It could be Sunday.
And remember, folks, Grand Slam 87 is not just a cute little saying. It's a way of life. It's not just a handle. It's a way of fucking life. It's what if you want to know what Grand Slam 87 truly means, well, I'll show you exactly what it means. I'll show you right now. Jeff can't see this, but I'm going to show the fucking world.
Oh, you took it too. You took it.
Look at this. This is what you could do. He wasn't happy with the fucking 6-pack he had, so he had to go and do this. Look what he did. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna keep this up there. Terry in Bumblefuck Canada is losing her fucking mind right now. Terry, ratings just went through the roof, Jeff.
Yeah, and also the Grand Slam 87 way of life. It also entails lots of yelling at video games. Yelling at anything sports and competition, basically.
That's right. Look at this.
So if you like watching grown men cry at video games, that's...
I have a picture of you shirtless between us now. And like it's a contrast of us. That's how I look, by the way, without all the fat. That's exactly how I look. Underneath the layers of fat, it's that body. It's there, trust me. I'm an athlete.
Athlete?
Yeah, I got to put that extra syllable in there. Got to have it. So, yeah, all right. I think we wrapped this show up pretty damn well. I appreciate you coming on with me, my friend, as always, my tag team partner.
As always.
Hey, you're the man here. And good show. Great SmackDown. Great week of wrestling. I'm looking forward to Raw. I think there's a lot of good stuff coming up. Go ahead. Sting. That's right. I believe Sting will be on Raw. The ambulance match. The Authority back. There's all kinds of stuff to look forward to. Is Daniel Bryan going to be there? Is Brock Lesnar going to show up even though he's not scheduled? There's all kinds of questions. Raw is must-see TV going
and if Brock Lesnar's there, is Paul Heyman going to say something stupid?
Say something stupid, Paul. I love it. I love it. So all the haters out there, everyone who hates fucking WWE and saying, oh, it sucks. You got nothing to complain about right now. Let's be happy with the product right now because it's not so fucking bad, people. And if you can't get happy with it,
I started watching when it started to become, it wasn't such a cool time to watch it.
Yeah. But that's okay, though, because you'll always be cool right here on Dead on Dave Productions. So for Jeff Huffman,
and then I remembered I don't care. What you think, so.
Fuck everybody. I don't.
That lasted about 45 seconds.
Well, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Be true to yourselves, kid. And as the Beach Boys say, be true to your school. For Jeff Huffman, I am Dead on Dave. We will see you next week right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Peace.